Oh, hello there. How have you been? Watching your calories, I see. You look great. Well, after all, heart disease is the leading cause of death for both men and women. 610,000 people alone die from it each year in the United States. Cutting certain foods from your diet is smart, but believe it or not, you don't need to go overboard. Did you know that cutting just 300 calories a day can be enough? Let's discuss that in detail. From facts about calories you didn't know to smart food options you can cut out. We're talking all that and more. We get it. 300 calories seems like a pretty random number to cut. So why cut just 300? You'd think 500 would be good for starters, even 250. How's this for a health boost? Cutting 300 calories is enough to improve your cholesterol, blood pressure, blood sugar, and cardiovascular system. One study conducted a few years back focused on 218 subjects under the age of 50. They ranged from skinny to overweight. The subjects were instructed to control their portion sizes, eating a 6-ounce meal instead of a 10. They kept track of these subjects over the course of 2 years. While many tried cutting the suggested amount, few were successful. Those who cut just 12% of their daily calorie intake from their diets were shown to have lost around 16 pounds. This was accompanied by a decrease in chronic inflammation, insulin resistance, and cholesterol, among others. You're probably wondering where I'm going with this. Well, 12% of your daily caloric value is equal to about 300 calories. Calories sure can be a nuisance in our lives. Everybody wants to burn them. The truth is that many of us, including myself, are not educated on the world of caloric intake. For a while, I didn't even know what calories were exactly. If you held me hostage and asked me to define them, I wouldn't have an exact answer for you, so let's start with a bit of trivia. Calories are a unit of energy used to measure your nutrition. Consuming them is essential to your health as a person. The way we refer to calories is actually misleading. The number of calories you read off the nutritional label is actually the amount of kilocalories. Conspiracy 101? No, just a simple misconception. A kilocalorie is a unit of measure to 1,000 calories. If a food product is labeled as being 500 calories, it's actually 500,000 calories. While this is interesting, we're going to refer to calories the usual way we do, just for the sake of this video and your sanity. Calories are comprised of several different components. These include fat, carbohydrates, protein, and alcohol. If you're looking for something that fills you up, you'll normally go for the fattest meal possible. But if you're trying to lose weight, then you want to avoid fatty foods as much as you can. But before we continue, are you concerned about your overall health? Perhaps you should check out our recent video, 12 Signs That You're Eating Too Much Sugar. Also, if you'd like to prepare for cold and flu season the right way, click on our clip discussing what happens to your body when you get a cold. So, with that out of the way, I guess the million-dollar question is, just how many calories should I have? Well, that's actually tricky. You see, it varies from person to person depending on things like age, weight, and sex. To put it simply, the average female should consume about 2,000 calories in order to maintain her weight. As for the average male, they're recommended about 2,500. Despite your gender, in order to lose a pound a week, it's suggested that you cut 500 calories out of your daily value. Cutting 500 calories isn't the only way to see a health benefit, but whatever your method is, you should do it. The daily caloric intake for the average American is around 3,600. That's a 24% increase from the average 2,880 back in 1961. If you're confused as to a place to start, try cutting 300 calories for now. After all, you remember what happened to the people in that experiment earlier. Cutting 300 calories is as simple as removing a single food item from your plate. Let's give a list of some possible snacks and sides you can just phase out. Number 1. Cheeseburger. For the record, we're talking about your regular cheeseburger here, people. Not that one with 6 patties that you scarf down in front of your friends like you have something to prove. Did you know that a basic single patty cheeseburger from McDonald's is equal to about 300 calories? That's something off the value menu. Compare this to the famous Big Mac, which is only 240 calories more. If your usual McDonald's outing consists of 3 cheeseburgers off the dollar menu, you're consuming over 900 calories right there. Not to mention the soda that's probably accompanying them. So do a simple switch. Go for hamburgers instead. The hamburgers from Mickey D's is 100 calories less than the cheeseburgers. Eating 3 of those is equal to around 600. This way you'll be filling your stomach, all the while cutting the necessary 300 calories. Number 2. Pizza. Okay, before you grab the pitchforks, just hear me out. Pizza is a satisfying snack. Ask anyone around, I don't know, the world. But depending on how hungry you are, a pizza dinner can be the entire daily value of calories. The average slice of regular crust pizza is estimated to be 285 calories. So by sparing yourself the extra slice, you'll be cutting, 300 calories right there. Number 3, potato chips. I don't mean to be ruling out all the amazing snacks. This one's pretty straightforward. Were you aware that the grab-sized bag of potato chips is equal to 274 calories? Do yourself a favor. That bag of chips you usually eat for lunch, scrap it. Talk about a quick and efficient method for cutting close to 300 calories. Number 4, French fries. All right, we're going back to McDonald's. Now there's a sentence you loved when you were 5. If you're not ready to cut out McDonald's coveted burgers, at least try to avoid the fries. McDonald's French fries are among the most popular fast food items on Earth. I'm not kidding. The company serves an estimated 3.2 billion pounds of fries a year. But the iconic status of McDonald's fries doesn't erase the fact that they aren't exactly healthy for you. A medium fry order from Mickey D's is around 350 calories. Compare that to a small, which is 240. If you're wishing to cut 300 calories, look no further than McDonald's fries. Number 5, candy bars. The average Twix bar is 280 calories. Just think about that when you have a sweet tooth. Other sugar coma-inducing chocolates include Mars bars, which are roughly 240 calories, Snickers, which is around 280. If you're willing to avoid the temptation during your next visit to the gas station, skip out on that candy bar. Number 6, beer. This is one that people often brush off, mainly because it's extremely difficult to drink beer in moderation. A regular bottle of Heineken equals up to 160 calories. Think about the amount of beer you've consumed in a single night. Just 2 bottles of that brand has already exceeded the 300 calorie mark. Brands like Sam Adams and Guinness also carry a value of around 180 calories per bottle. If you're willing to practice moderation, try sticking to light beer instead. I know, it's a lot to ask for some people. To be fair, light beer can taste a little watered down, but brands such as Corona, Miller, and Heineken Light all fall between 95 and 100 calories. Let's try a moderation exercise, shall we? This is for those who receive their extra calories through drinking. Just as an example, we'll use a model from 2007. A study concluded that 10% of American adults consume around 74 drinks per week. This comes to an average of 10 a day. If your drink choice falls around the 160 calorie mark, then you could be consuming an extra 1,600 calories in a single night. But if you reduce your intake down to 8 beers, you'd be drinking about 1,280. As much of a challenge as it is, switching to light beer is an added bonus on top of that. Have you been watching your weight lately? Would you consider cutting calories? Let us know in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you.
Enjoyed this video? Hit like, share, and subscribe to Bestie. Wait, what kind of Bestie would we be if we didn't tell you about our other awesome videos? Go ahead, choose the left or right video and enjoy.